Okay, YouTubes, what's up? We got a couple orders of business to take care of here in part 15 before we move on to more important things, which include going on to Route 9 and eventually going on to Rock Tunnel. And that is going to be our route to Laverne Town, because if you missed, we took care of this, what was this route again? We took care of this this route. I forgot the name of the route. Route 11. Thank you. Finally got my drowsy, and if you don't remember, I head over here, and this guard won't say anything to you. When you catch lots of Pokemon, isn't it hard to think of names? In Laverne Town, there's a man who rates Pokemon nicknames. He'll help you rate them, or nickname them too. So that's useless. But anyways, if you come over here, you'll run into the Snorlax blocking the way. Big fat man, number 2. He's got some nasty horns, like big ears, horns. But he's just going to be chilling there until you get the Pokeflute, which we cannot get right now. We had a couple things to go through before we do that, so we can't go to this route, obviously. Onto the bridges where we face some Magikarps. What we can do now, though, is because I got my Pokedex updated a little bit. I have 30 Pokemon now that I own currently. Off screen, I got my Metapod up to a Butterfree, and I evolved my Clefairy to a Clefable using a Moonstone, and then right there, as you can see, and I also got the Drowsy. I caught the Drowsy in part 14. So now we have 30 Pokemon, and we can go talk to one of Professor Oak's aide in here, and we're going to be talking to 2 aides in one video, which is quite a lot, you know. Hi, remember me? I'm Professor Oak's aide. If you caught 30 kinds of Pokemon, I'm supposed to give you an item finder. So Brock, have you caught at least 30 kinds of Pokemon? Yes, I have. You caught at least 30 kinds of Pokemon? Congratulations! Here you go! So we got an item finder now. Basically, there are items on the ground that can't be seen. Item finder will detect an item close to you. It can be pinpointed, so you have to look yourself. Basically, it's like a transponder. Have you seen No Country for Old Men? Kind of ticking around, you know? And it'll tell you when you're up getting close to an item. You can register it and just press select, like any other item, like a bicycle. But unfortunately, you can't do it in this version. In Generation 1, you can't press select and register it. So we're gonna check out these telescopes. Look into the binoculars. The only way to get from Village City to Laverne Town is by the way of Rock Tunnel. So that is kind of interesting, and that actually does help you out. I'm looking for Nidorino. Want to trade it for Nidorino? No, I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna raise my own up. And I'm actually reading No Country for Old Men, the novel, right now. It's pretty good. If you haven't seen the movie, go check it out. It's kind of violent, but it has an interesting premise to it, and it focuses on bigger things than just drug trafficking and killing of innocent and not innocent people. So now that we took care of that item finder, we can head through Diglett's Cave. After getting 30 Pokemon, we can go through Diglett's Cave. Now we got a Diglett we can capture. We got DUGTRIOs in there as well. 2 great ground Pokemon, like I said. They have good speed, great attack, but they're kind of reversed to the traditional ground type Pokemon that has good attack and good defense. Obviously, the special's not great still, but it's got great speed. So, and HP is kind of low as well. So here's Diglett's Cave. We're going to try to catch Diglett at least in here. I believe I talked to Conehead. What a surprise! Diglett's dug this long tunnel. It goes right to Viridian City. Great, how convenient is that? Since I don't really care about going to Viridian City right now. So let's see what this guy is. Alright, so Diglett, we're going to catch this thumb right away. If I run into a DUGTRIO, I'll catch it, but I'm probably not going to be delving into getting a DUGTRIO for too long. Keep you guys here for too long. And once we get to Laverne Town, I cannot wait. Finally getting ourselves some great balls, which is great. I feel great. So we're going to be a little bit easier for us to catch some Pokemon. It appeared to be caught. Well, that's not freaking good enough. Okay, so I'm going to bring out my Wigglytuff, and we're going to sing this guy to death. Get him weakened down with the shaving cream on top. And that was going to do a number on me, but I got some big, fat HP to back me up. And we got a couple things to take care of on Route 2, which is out of Diglett's Cave, if you do remember. So I'm going to pull out the Pokeball now, and hopefully this will do work for us here. 1, 2. Beautiful. So Diglett is ours now. I could use it as a ground type, but obviously I have Boulder to satisfy the ground rock type right now. Let's see what this is. It's a mole. and it looks very strange. And glad I'm not referring to chemistry moles, because I'm done with chemistry. I cannot stand chemistry. Lives about 1 yard underground, where it feeds on plant roots. It sometimes appears above ground. Obviously now, just caught it. Thank you, Dexter, for your obviousness. So we're going to continue to head through here. Almost as simple as Rock Tunnel. No, simpler than Rock Tunnel, excuse me. Obviously, it's a great place to train some of your Pokemon. I'm going to grind up Wartortle in here. And for once, Wartortle is actually lower than Big Bird and Boulder in terms of level. It's at level 32, so I'm going to get him up to level 34 and almost ready to get through the Blastoise. Big Turtle Man. Now, oh, here is Big DUGTRIO, so I'm going to try to catch this boy. Ooh, 29, level 29, big time. So hopefully this, I'm going to use Water Gun, and hopefully this doesn't knock him out. It shouldn't, even though it is type effective. It's level 29, so he should stay up. Beautiful. So I'm going to sing him now with Wigglytuff. And Pokeball is going to be a little bit dicey. You can also use Diglett as a somewhat of an HM slave. It can learn Cut, surprisingly, even though it looks like a freaking thumb, unless it has sharp nails. And that is not good. That is not good news. So I'm going to use Ducks, and I'm just going to send him out there for right now. And do I have a revive? Do not have a revive, so I'm just going to have to rely on pure luck now with the Pokeball. Dang, that is not good news. Oh, come on. As expected, broken the Pokeball right away. Broken? Breaks? Get the tenses right. Alright, so Ducks looks a little bit strange in this sprite, and unbelievable. Caught a level 29 DUGTRIO. That is one really nice thing about catching these DUGTRIOs. They get really high leveled up in Diglett's Cave, and you can just use them right off the bat. It's a perfect level for this time in the game. Team of Diglett triplets. It triggers huge earthquakes by burrowing 60 miles. 60 miles? You know, that really takes digging to China seriously there. So we got that DUGTRIO taken care of, and we won't really be heading into Diglett's Cave to catch any more Pokemon anytime now. And since I have the repels, I'm going to throw a repel on after I get Wartortle some experience points. And most of this part is just going to be doing errands and trucking through some more, I don't know, uneventful areas. And hopefully I can get to Rock Tunnel, but I'm definitely doubting that since I have to go through a lot of trainers on Route 9. So use the repel, and make sure you have a Pokemon with Cut once you get to Route 9. Allows you to get to Rock Tunnel, obviously. So what's this guy have to say? I went to Rock Tunnel, but it's dark and scary. If Pokemon Flash could light it up. Well, that's why I'm going here on Route 2. On Route 2 now, obviously there's a sign, Diglett's Cave. You were here, if you remember. I couldn't get Cut before, so anytime you want to, you can head through this little tree. And you can get a couple items and a couple Pokemon here on this route, including getting Mr. Mime, which I forgot to do. You need to get your Abra, so I'm just going to head to the Pokemon Center right now, and I'm going to trade my Abra. I'm eventually going to catch another one, so I'm just going to use Cut and get Ducks out here. I'm going to transfer the Diglett into the Pokemon box and get Abra out. If you trade an Abra, you can get a Mr. Mime here on Route 2, which is another pretty unique Psychic Pokemon. Kind of goes in the category of Jinx for me. It's not great. It doesn't learn a lot of moves that are great. Has pretty good stats. But still, Alakazam takes the cake, is the best. Oh, so we're going to change box now. As the Pokemon, Psychic Pokemon with the best moves and best statistics. So you're going to be all with your lonesome for yourself for a while, Diglett. But that's not going to be for long. Yes, I'm going to have to save the game again, of course. And we're going to go to box 1, get ourselves the Abra. And I'm going to catch another Abra off screen, because when I kind of try to catch all the Pokemon that are possible to catch, I like to have one physically there as well. So even if I have one and I trade it away, that registers as catching that Pokemon, but I like to catch another Abra. So I'm going to do that off screen as well. And we're going to head down here, cut away again. And no, I do not have the bike yet. I'd like to use a bike right about now to speed it up for you guys, and I'm not going to use the speed up tactic. That screws up the sound quality for me, and it really desyncs the game. So if you're wondering why I'm not using the speed up feature on the emulator, that is why. So I don't want to make you guys have to live through terrible desync, which is not happening, but that's why I'm not using the speed up tactic. So a fainted Pokemon can't fight, but it can still use moves like Cut. That's actually pretty useful to know. I'm looking for an Abra. Want to trade one for Mr. Mime? I would love to. So our second in-game trade. Oh, can I connect the cable like so. There are actually quite a few in-game trades here early on in the first generation, which is pretty interesting. But going back to using a fainted Pokemon to use an HM move, that can actually be pretty useful and effective. If you're out at sea or something, you only have one Pokemon that can learn Surf. You need to continue to use Surf, but that Pokemon, you don't have to revive and it loses all its HP. That really does save you, and I think they kind of put that in there to save you from having a glitch like that. So here comes Mr. Mime, and the weird sprite definitely doesn't look like that. Let's get a little more creative than the Rhydon. And boom, Mr. Mime is mine. Looks a little like a clown. Not a fan of him. Mix of Krusty the Clown, maybe. Brock traded Abra for Mr. Mime. So beautiful, and there's a mapper. Hey, thanks. Let's see how he's doing. Isn't my old Mr. Mime great? Well, I don't know. I haven't even checked him out yet, man. Give me some time. So obviously, it'll be at the same level as your Abra was. So his name's Marcel. Speed and Special obviously are the higher ones for Psychic type Pokemon, and Confusion and Barrier. So Barrier is kind of a unique move. Not a lot of Pokemon learn it. So if you like the move Barrier, you know, fetish for Barrier, you know, get a Mr. Mime for yourself. So I'm going to cut away now. Ducks hacked with cut. And plop down on these scary ledges and head into here where you can get HM5, which is Flash. Once a Pokemon learns Flash, you can go through Rock Tunnel. Hi, remember me? I'm Professor Oak's aide. If you caught 10 kinds of Pokemon, I'm supposed to give you an HM5. So Brock, have you caught at least 10 kinds of Pokemon? Yes. Great, you have caught 33 kinds of Pokemon. Congratulations, here you go. Brock got the HM5. HM5 Flash lights even the darkest dungeons. So with that, it expects you to catch 10 Pokemon. I think it should be around 20, considering there's not a huge time difference between getting the Itemfinder and getting the, let's see, is there anything down here? Getting HM5 Flash, because you get cut right after SSN. So let's see. Moonstone, so beautiful. I can evolve one of my Errands up and get into a Nidorina. And obviously they've got Wigglytuff and Clefable. So an HP up, so I'm going to use that right now. I'm just going to use the HP up on Wartortle, even though I could save it for a different Pokemon, but I don't want to have it lingering around in my box. So his health rose there. And I'm going to deposit some items in the Pokemon Center pretty soon here. So now, we still, unfortunately, have some errands to take care of, but it won't take us that long to take care of those errands. So in order to take care of those things, you know, it's a nice Saturday afternoon right now. That's kind of how I'm picturing it. You always got to take care of your errands early on in the morning before you can go out and have more adventurous things throughout the day, like going through Rock Tunnel. That's kind of how it is currently. So what you want to do is we can go through Viridian Forest right now, so I'm going to use Pokemon and cut away. And we got about 7 minutes left in this part, and thankfully I have repels, so we can just go right through Viridian Forest to Pewter City. Or, actually, I don't need to, I don't need the, wait, where is, I believe I'm mistaken. I need to get Dream Eater and the old Amber, so I need to go to Pewter City nonetheless. So I'm just going to head up here, go through Viridian City, Forest, and meet up with Dream Eater dude, and get myself an old Amber, which we'll eventually need. But what am I doing? This is Pewter City. I need to go to Viridian City. Sorry, I am talking in circles right now. I need to go through Viridian Forest, excuse me. So my bad. But I can't get the old Amber. I am all over the place right now. I apologize for this confusion. So we're gonna go in here and cut away. You want to go up on this second ledge over here, where you can get the old Amber, and hopefully I have room in my. Oh, I do have room. So in my Pokegear, if I want to call it that. My item. My item. So it should say items plural, but I guess they're not assuming you're gonna get more than one item. So talk to these nerds. We are proud of 2 fossils, very rare fossils, prehistoric Pokemon. Shh! I think this chunk of amber contains Pokemon DNA. It would be great if Pokemon could be resurrected from it, but my colleagues just ignore me. So I've asked a big favor. Take this to a Pokemon lab and get it examined. Brock received old Amber. Shh, get the old Amber checked. Why are you whispering to me? It's gone. They already know. You can't sneak in the back way or whatever. Do you know what old Amber is? Yes. There's an old lab somewhere trying to resurrect ancient Pokemon from Amber. So we're going to use this old Amber eventually in Cinnabar Island, and we're going to get ourselves a Pokemon out of it. So can't wait to do that. Some DNA out of the old Amber. And now we need to go to Cerulean City. So thieves have been stealing Pokemon fossils at Mount Moon. Please call Pewter City with any info. I mean, we need to go to Viridian City and Cerulean City. So I'm gonna go to Viridian City first. I need to get Dream Eater still. So I'm just gonna head back down on Route 2 and go through Viridian Forest real quickly. So Route 2 is a nice short jaunt. Go through here and use repels because I do not want to be running into Metapods, Caterpies, and Pikachus right now. I don't think you want me to run into them either. And I'm gonna hustle through here. Keep on trucking. And I want you to enjoy this music once again because this is kind of precursor. That warms you up. This music warms you up for the even spookier music in Lavender Town. I don't know what they were trying to do, but that music is scary. If you're just chilling, you're not really moving around, you're not really talking to people. And did I miss this? This antidote? No. I found this antidote off screen, but I must have forgot to save or something. So I already actually found that antidote. I showed you guys after part 3 or 4 or something like that. And we're going to head down here on the home stretch in Viridian City, or Viridian Forest, excuse me. And the arrows point that way, but I'm going to go the other way. So we're going to use ducks one last time now. Once we get into the city itself, we're going to use ducks one last time, and we're going to cut away, get ourselves Dream Eater. Dream Eater is a move that you need to have hypnosis for. So I believe it's TM49. It's a pretty powerful move, but since you need hypnosis, it's kind of a slow producing move, and it's relying on the fact that your enemy Pokemon will stay asleep. So I think this guy's sleeping when you come into him. Yawn, I must have dozed off in the sun. I had this dream about a drowsy eating my dream. What's this? Where did you get this TM come from? Yeah, this is spooky. Here, you can have this TM. Oh, it's TM42. My bad. I was 7 off there. TM42 contains Dream Eater. Snore. Alright, so now we can use Dream Eater. I'm not going to use it, though, unfortunately. Just because of the Pokemon that I'm going to be using in this walkthrough. So I'm going to eventually sell it once I get to Cerulean City. And I'm going to have to go through Viridian Forest once again. Unfortunately, I know. But I'm probably going to cut away and pick it up some other time for you guys. So I'll see you guys in a second or two once I get through Viridian Forest. I'll see you guys back in Pewter City. We're going to Cerulean City. Okay, so now that I trucked through Viridian Forest for the second time, I'm going to use ducks real quick and chop down this tree. And we're going to head through Diglett's Cave real quickly because that'll be a shortcut to Vermilion City. Then I'll just head up back to Cerulean City past the daycare center. So we're going to head in here. I'm going to use a repel real quick because there's no Pokemon that I want to run to in here. And I'm going to come back here off screen and do some grinding. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'm probably going to do it between this part and the next part. Because in the next part, it's going to be some more productive stuff. Not that this is not productive, but more eventful stuff. I mean, going through Route 9, fighting those trainers there, and eventually make it to Rock Tunnel and hopefully Lavender Town. But because of the amount of trainers, we probably won't get there. So, got a little bit more ways to go here. I'm going to head north and get the bike voucher. Once I get give the bike voucher to the crazy bike salesman, that he's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to give you a bike that I price at, I think it's $99 million. No. Yeah, I think it's 99. I priced it at $99 million. But because you have this voucher, I'm going to give it for you for free. You know how much? And like, I'm thinking, if I'm a salesman and I don't have my $99 million sale each year, I'm done. But he's giddy about it. So, making our ways to that. And actually, I'm going to do that in the next part since I think I'm over time. So, thanks for watching part 15, and I'll see you guys next time in part 16, where I'm going to quickly get the bike voucher, talk more about sales, and go through Rock Tunnel.